Hi, Assalamualaikum and good day everyone. So today we are going into the second part of the empirical and molecular formula. So from the previous video, by now you should be able to determine the empirical and also molecular formula from the mass composition. Okay, so now we are going to have a look at how to determine the empirical formula from the combustion data. Okay, so calculating the empirical formula from combustion data. So let's have a look at the example here. Okay, so you are given a 1 gram sample of compound A, which is burned in the excess oxygen, producing 2.52 gram of CO2 and 0.443 gram of H2O. Okay, so determine the empirical formula of the compound. Alright, so one thing you should know is you are not being informed directly the elements in the compound A. Okay, however, when compound A is being burned with the excess oxygen, dia akan produce carbon dioxide and also H2O. Okay, therefore you should know that yang confirm elemen yang ada dalam kita punya compound A is carbon dengan hydrogen. So what about oxygen? It might contain oxygen, it might not. Okay, kenapa mungkin ya, mungkin tidak? Sebab compound A ni initially is being burned in excess oxygen. So oxygen yang dalam carbon dioxide and also water ni might actually come from this excess oxygen, tapi dia tak ada pun dalam compound A. Tapi ada je possibility dalam compound A ada oxygen. Okay, therefore dalam compound A ni carbon confirm, hydrogen confirm, but oxygen kita letak tanda soal dahulu. Okay, so info yang kamu ada dalam ni adalah kamu ada 2.52 gram of carbon dioxide and 0.443 gram of water, and also you have 1 gram of sample ni. Okay, mass of sample tu sendiri. So what you have to do is you need to use the mole concept. Because dalam carbon dioxide, 1 mole of carbon dioxide, apa yang kamu tahu pasal carbon? Kamu dah confirm ada carbon dalam tu tadi kan? So kamu akan cari mass of carbon daripada mass of CO2 ni. Okay, so kamu kena ingat yang 1 mole of CO2 ni, kamu kena faham that there is 1 mole of carbon dalam tu. Okay, meanwhile dalam water pula tadi, bila ada produce water, kita confirm ada hydrogen kan tadi dalam compound A. So apa yang kamu kena tahu pula daripada mass of water ni, kamu akan kena cari mass of hydrogen. So using mole concept, we know that in 1 mole of H2O there are 2 moles of hydrogen atoms. Okay, so how exactly kita nak guna mole concept ni? Okay, so kita cari dahulu mass of carbon. Okay, so ada panjang sikit lah solution untuk kita punya combustion data ni. So we know that in 1 mole of carbon dioxide there is 1 mole of carbon atom, which means, okay, in 1 mole of carbon dioxide mass dia adalah 44 gram. Kan? Macam mana dapat 44 gram? Kamu tambah dia punya molar mass lah, 12 plus 16 times 2. So you get 44 gram. Okay, so 44 gram ni adalah mewakili mass untuk 1 mole. Meanwhile, dalam 44 gram of CO2 ni, there is 12 gram of carbon atom. Because tadi kan kita ada 1 mole of carbon atom kan dalam kita punya CO2 ni. So maksud dia ada 12 gram. But then class, given to you, adakah CO2 yang kita produce is 44 gram? No. Okay, kalau kita tengok balik info yang dekat soalan, given to you is only 2.52 gram. Okay, 2.52 gram sahaja of CO2. Therefore, kita akan kena cari the X gram of carbon atom. So now kita kena guna konsep matematik then. Okay, so in order for you to look for the value of X, so basically 2.52 gram of CO2 divide by 44 gram, kamu akan it is equals to X divide by 12. So apa yang Miss buat kat sini kan? Ada tak daripada info ni tadi? Info yang dua kat atas ni kan? Okay, so basically kita just letak divide sign, okay, between 44 dengan 2.52, 12 dengan X, dan letak equal sign. Tapi disebabkan X dekat bahagian bawah, untuk senang kira di unknown, so lagi senang kalau X berada dekat atas kan, so Miss flipkan the whole equation. So that is why sekarang ni bila kamu tengok dekat bahagian sini, Okay, so X dekat atas, 12 dekat bawah. Jadi 2.52 ke atas, 44 gram dekat bahagian bawah. So what you have to do now is you need to rearrange untuk cari value of X. Okay, so basically the mass of carbon is equals to 12 divided by 44, sebab ni pindah naik atas kan, 12 ni pindah sebelah dia dah jadi dekat atas. Okay, and then divide by 44 ni, 44 dekat bahagian bawah ni darab dengan 2.52 gram. So you get the value of X dekat sini adalah 0.6873 gram. Okay, jadi sebenarnya benda bahagian yang paling penting is actually this part. Okay, so perlukah tunjuk calculation ke atas ni? Sebenarnya tak perlu pun. You can simply go straight away to the part yang dalam box ni. Okay, but kenapa Miss tunjuk kat bahagian atas ni? Sebab kadang-kadang mungkin otak kamu terus tak dapat nak cepat pergi ke sini. So, kamu kena buat satu-satu dahulu. Kamu kena faham mana datangnya 12 gram ni, mana datangnya 44 gram ni, mana datang 2.52 gram ni. Kamu kena faham daripada mana datang value-value tu sebenarnya. Okay? Kalau kamu faham daripada mana datang all the values, therefore you can straight away terus pergi cari mass of carbon. Okay? So, basically sebenarnya formula yang kamu guna kat sini untuk cari mass of carbon is basically mass of 1 mole carbon divided by mass of 1 mole CO2 darab dengan mass of given CO2. Given CO2 ni adalah base daripada soalan yang diberi kat kamu tadi lah, which is 2.52 gram tadi daripada soalan. Okay, and then you can look for the mass of carbon yang ada dalam 2.52 gram ni. So of course lah, value kita punya mass of carbon ni lagi kecil daripada 2.52 gram. Okay, so ini untuk cari mass of carbon. Okay, and then tadi kita ada H2O juga kan. So daripada H2O pula kita nak cari mass of apa? So kita akan cari mass of hydrogen pula. Tapi this one be careful. Okay, be careful because kamu kena faham yang in 1 mole of H2O it contains of 2 mole class 2 mole of hydrogen atom. Because dekat sini lah student selalu buat careless mistake. Nanti Miss bagi tahu kat mana specifically. Okay, which means in 18 gram of H2O, okay, ini adalah mass untuk 1 mole water. There is 2 gram of hydrogen atom. Sebab dia contain 2 mole of hydrogen atom kan. 1 mole, 1 gram. Therefore kat sini 2 gram. Okay, but then given to you, adakah kamu dapat daripada combustion tadi, adakah kamu dapat 18 gram of water? No. Kamu cuma dapat 0.433 gram of, ni tolong betulkan please. Okay, so this is supposed to be H2O. Okay, so you only given yang kamu dapat tadi daripada combustion tu is only 0.443 gram of water, which means there is X gram of hydrogen atom. So again, kena guna konsep matematik lah dekat sini. Okay, so apa tadi kita just divide kan yang ni kan, yang letak sama dengan kat tengah-tengah ni. But then since the X dekat bawah, kita flipkan supaya senang kamu nak rearrange tu nanti. So basically kamu akan dapat macam ni. Okay, so now bila kamu rearrange balik, so apa yang kamu dapat adalah mass of hydrogen is 2 divided by 18 gram darab dengan 0.443 gram. So you get that X is equals to 0.0492 gram. Okay, X dekat sini adalah mass of hydrogen lah. Okay, so basically it is actually mass of 1 mole hydrogen. Sorry, bukan 1 mole. See? Miss pun buat careless mistake. Okay, sebab patah student kan. So kita kena careful dekat sini. Bukannya 1 mole kan? Because dalam water ada 2 moles. So mass of 2 moles of hydrogen divided by mass of 1 mole water. Kenapa 2 mole hydrogen? Because dalam 1 mole of water tu contains 2 mole of hydrogen darab dengan mass of given H2O, therefore you will get the mass of hydrogen kat sini. Okay, so again macam Miss cakap tadi, bahagian atas ni perlukan tunjuk. No, it is not necessary. Kamu tunjuk pun boleh, tak ada masalah, tapi tak tunjuk pun tak apa. If you want to go straight here, you can do so. Okay, and then settle dah mass of hydrogen. Ingat tak tadi, kita dah confirm carbon, kita dah confirm ada hydrogen. But then, kita tak ada idea lagi, oksigen adakah tidak. But then, kamu kena ingat, dia dah bagi mass of sample which is 1 gram. Okay, so adakah mass of carbon tambah mass of hydrogen bersamaan dengan 1 gram? Kalau tak sama, bermaksud there is the presence of oxygen. Okay, so mass of oxygen is basically mass of sample minus dengan mass of carbon minus dengan mass of hydrogen. Okay, so you will get 0.2635 gram. Okay, tapi let's say kamu total upkan mass of carbon dengan hydrogen kamu ni, kamu total upkan dia macam 0.999 something, and then tak ada last punya oksigen tu. Okay, tak ada oksigen tu. So in this case memang obvious lah ada oksigen 0.2635 ni. Okay, so kita dah ada mass of carbon, mass of hydrogen, mass of oxygen. Now barulah kita boleh masuk ke dalam Formulae table, all the info here, sebab kita finally dah jumpa mass semua. Okay, tapi kelas satu benda lagi Miss nak remind. Okay, again, always use 4 decimal places. Tak kisahlah untuk mol kah, in this case kita punya mass kah, tolong guna at least 4 decimal places as long as that is not your final answer yet. Okay, kalau benda tu masih ongoing kamu punya calculation, please use 4 decimal points at least. Okay, so now barulah kita guna Formulae table. So we have the carbon, we have hydrogen, we have oxygen. So just put all the values inside. Okay, don't forget to write down the unit untuk mass dekat sini. Then moles, you need to show the calculation class. Okay, show that the mass is divided by with the molar mass, so you get 0.0573. As you can see here, Miss guna 4 decimal places. Okay, kalau kamu nak guna 5 pun boleh kat sini. Kadang-kadang Miss guna 5 because dia 0.0. So Miss kadang-kadang Miss akan pakai 5. Depends lah dekat calculator macam mana. Okay, and then this one. Okay, so kamu akan dapatlah value untuk mole for each particular elements. Okay, and then kita akan guna, kita kena cari ratio by using the smallest mole. Kan? So in this case, the smallest mole is 0.0164. Anyway class, if kamu guna calculator and then in your calculator dia bagi dalam bentuk exponent, so if you want to use the value of exponent pun boleh je. Okay, tak ada masalah. So kalau dia dah jadi exponent tu sebenarnya, the value is very small actually. Okay, exponent negative something kan, the value is very small sebenarnya. So boleh je, guna je value exponent tu, tak ada masalah. Okay, so in this case the smallest value is tadi untuk oxygen, so semua tu kena divide by mole oxygen tu, so you get 3.49. Yang ni kamu akan dapat 3, yang ni pula kamu dapat 1. Okay, so is this whole number ratio dah? No, not yet. This one is whole number, this one is whole number. However, for this one it is 3.49. You can't simply simplify, round it off to like 3 or 4. No. Okay, so since this is 3.49, so kamu kena, sebab dia point something ni kan, 0.49, 0.5 lah kiranya. So kamu kena darab with a factor of 2. Okay, adakah carbon sahaja yang kamu nak kena darab 2? No, the whole ratio kat sini kamu kena darab 2. Okay, therefore 3.49 darab 2, 3 darab 2, 1 darab 2, so you will get 7, 6 and 2. Okay, barulah kamu buat conclusion ya. Empirical formula for the compound compound A ni tadi kan is C7H6O2. Okay, so settle dah lah. Okay, so now you try it on your own. So dekat sini kelas ada dua benda dia nak. Satu adalah empirical formula and also molecular formula. So the given answer for you here is actually the molecular formula. Okay, but then you can figure out the empirical formula from sini lah. So nanti kamu try. Okay, so basically kalau kita nak tengok flow of kalau guna combustion data ni kelas, first one kena cari mass of carbon dahulu in the original sample. Okay, daripada mass of carbon dioxide. Okay, so from CO2 kita cari mass of carbon. Meanwhile, the next one kamu akan dapat juga mass of water kan. So daripada mass of water pula, you need to look for the mass of hydrogen. Okay, but then be careful sebab kat sini yang selalu ada careless mistake. So make sure that you have to take note that there is 2 hydrogen atoms in the water molecule. Okay, be careful lah. And then kamu dah jumpa the mass of each element. Okay, so mungkin kena cari mass of other elements if needed. Okay, depends. Okay, kadang-kadang dia bagi tahu kat kamu terus ada carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, tapi kalau kamu tak bernasib baik macam example tu tadi, dia tak mention pun dalam compound A tu ada apa kan. So you have to figure it out on your own. Okay, so always double check. Okay, and then once you have the mass of each element, you can simply use the Marmora table, and then plus itu nanti kamu boleh cari di empirical formula. Okay, so it's easier to give up when it hurts, to leave when it gets tiring, but what you really need is patience. Okay, so kalau kamu tengah deal with something right now, so hang in there. Okay, tiba-tiba mesti tak dapat nak sebut pula. Okay, so hang in there. Tough times don't last. Okay, but then tough people do. Okay, so fighting. Bye.